Let's stay with education matters for the matriculants. And Spine Road High School in gang-ridden Mitchells Plain is a light among the darkness, having achieved a 99% matric pass rate. It's had to overcome many obstacles to produce its top matriculants. Ronald Masinda attending the school celebrations today, and he now joins us from our Cape Town studio. Hello to you, Ronald. So Spine Road High, improving over the past decade every single year, but it's a school that is very much in a troubled area. Tell us more. How did they get it right?
Well, good afternoon to you, Gareth. Well, a truly remarkable achievement for Spine Road High School, which was gripped in gang violence, especially in the early 2000s, so much so that it was dubbed a gang school, with many students being involved in gangs throughout that area in Mitchells Plain. So much so it also impacted on the studies, where there was an average of around 40% pass rate for matrics during that time. And fast forward to the past 10 years, we've seen 97% pass rate, which just tells you just how far the school has come. In 2014, the school made history by becoming the first school in the Cape Flats, or on the Cape Flats, to achieve a 100% pass rate in matric, and they repeated that feat in 2017. Having spoken to the principal earlier in the day, he told us that one of the reasons for their success has been really to create a safe haven for students to study, and not only that, for students to also focus on their studies much more in terms of making sure that they have good grades. Let's take a listen to what Mark Fairbairn had to say.
It will be a challenge for us this year with 317 learners in matric, the highest number ever. But we're very positive. If we look at our cycle of 3 years, in 2014 we had 100%, 2017 we had 100%, now 2020, 3 years later, we're looking at 100% again.
Well, as we heard from the principal, now aiming for 100%, Ronald, and looking at the marks that school got last year, it seems very achievable. It still doesn't take away from the fact that this seems to be the one school in the area that is able to produce these kind of marks. Is there any sense from the pupils perhaps you spoke to, or the parents, that can indicate why the school seems to stick out amongst all the other problems on the Cape Flats?
I think one of the most important things, Gareth, is that first of all, the school focuses on subjects that a lot of young black and or coloured students struggle with, which is maths and science. So that is one of the two subjects that they really focus on, and that really puts them in good stead for tertiary level. And also, more importantly, is that parents are also playing a close role with the teachers to ensure that the kids stay in school and not out on the streets. As you heard earlier on, a 99% pass rate for this year. Only 2 students failed out of 200, which also tells you just how the impact of the studies, how is that impact on the school. And also, Gareth, just to add further to that, is that the school, what makes it also so special is that among all the social ills that all these schools on the Cape Flats face, this school is actually everyone, the community plays a big role in making sure that this school, the upkeep is in fine state, because as much as a lot of the students have left other schools on the Cape Flats, given the poor standard of the upkeeps, many people going to more affluent schools, Spine Road has actually increased its numbers this year for matriculants to 317, and even with that large amount of numbers, the principal expects a 100% pass rate. So they are confident, given that the school has done so well over the past 10 years, they believe that they will achieve that mark. And also, more so, Gareth, is that the school seems to have a lot of support as well from other people within the community. We talk about education, but sport also plays a vital role in the school. When we were at the school, we saw guys practicing, and just not far from the school, one of the schools that was supposed to be at least celebrating Luhlaza and Khayelitsha, there was a breaking. So those are some of the issues that some other schools face, in contrast to Spine Road, who seem to have gotten their systems correct.
All right, Ronald Masinda, thank you very much. A wonderful story coming out of that part of the country. This school, Spine Road High, in the middle of gang-ridden Mitchells Plain, a 99% matric pass rate for that school.